Morning, everybody. So it's day 5 of question time, and this is a question that I get regularly asked, or clients give me feedback about their diet or their fasting protocol. So people say, is fasting good for me? So number one size does not fit all, and the best fast you can possibly have for your body is to get rid of junk food, processed food, sugars, and poor quality carbs. So if you can't do that at a first stage phase, fasting is not for you, because you're going to be putting your body into a state of fight or flight. So I've seen many celebrities, and many people have told me that they go away on like health farm weekends or retreats where they go abroad, or where somebody else cooks for them, and it's like a low calorie, it's a fasting, it's juices and everything. But the problem is, if you are not in a state of good health to start with, your liver is not working optimally, and you're putting your body into more of a state of fight or flight. And this is going to affect your blood sugar levels, which in turn affects something called glucocorticoids, which raises the blood sugar. So you're going to have this crashing. So number one is your best fast is to eat whole foods, lots of vegetables and salads, and particularly vegetables which grow above the ground, because they have a lower glycemic index. Number two, once you're at that stage and you are maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and if you've read today's newsletter is on poops. So if you've got a healthy gut and you want to experiment with some fasting, this is my experience. So it depends on the fast you're doing. A lot of fasts will let you have like yogi tea or watered down fresh orange, which is freshly squozen orange, by the way, or carrot juice. If you're going to do one of those fasts, this is what I recommend. So the word break fast means breaking the fast. And we want to look at the circadian rhythm in line with our fasting program. So this is what I do. I tend to have an intermittent fasting day, 1 day a week. I tend to do it on a day when I'm busy, and I'm teaching back-to-back classes all day, and this for me would be a Wednesday when I have 7 hours teaching. So I'm not thinking about the fridge, and I'm not getting a suntan from opening the fridge door all the time. I will prepare in the morning, I'll have a green smoothie, because I still need some energy. Then at lunchtime, I will break the fast, so it'll be a brunch for me, and it will be lots of salads, lots of vegetables, and I will have a protein with it. I'll perhaps have some rice or some hummus or some full-fat yogurt, and I'll have it with a little bit of good quality carb, and that might be some sweet potato, it might be a little bit of brown rice, or I might have one of my gluten-free pita breads. Then later on in the afternoon, I will have something else, which is a good quality whole food source. Now, in an ideal situation, when people are having day-to-day eating habits, this is what I say: breakfast like a lord, lunch like a king, and supper like a pauper. Because if you are eating late at night and you're having lots of big meals, what happens is when you go to sleep, you cannot rest and digest. The body is working on too much digestion and it's not getting optimal sleep. So a general rule, if you are eating an animal product before you go to sleep, don't eat animal products 4 hours before you sleep. And if you're having vegetarian, you can eat vegetarian up to 3 hours before you sleep. And number 3 top tip is, if you're going to do fasting, look at, why you're doing it and the length you're doing it for. So again, it's been used in many yogis and many religious things for over a period of time, but is it right for you? If you're just buying all these supplements and all these fasting protocols, you're actually doing more damage to your body in the long term. So look at your body. Are you living a healthy life to start with? If you're going away for these quick fast things, which is see all the celebrities doing, it's definitely not to you. And if you need help, guys, get in touch with me, because everybody's body is different. One size does not fit all. And I do metabolic typing. So when you come to me through a 4-hour Chek consult, you fill in a 10-day food diary, and then we look at your metabolic typing. So for example, my metabolic typing is carb type. So I tend to have 2 big meals a day. I have them earlier on in the day, and then in the evening, I'll just have a light snack, or I'll have a soup, or I'll have a smoothie before I go to bed. So I hope that's been a help for you guys. If you're on my newsletter list. I'm going to be sending out a more in-depth newsletter about fasting and intermittent fasting. So when you ask me, is fasting good for me? Is Pilates good for me? Should I do this? Should I do that? There is never a black and white. There is always a grey area in the middle. So you have to look at the full picture, the holistic body. Is your body healthy to start with? Because if it's not, fasting really is not for you. Enjoy your day, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you soon.